Good evening, fellow Plexers. I wanted to make a fourth video in this series of getting Plex installed in a Docker container under Ubuntu 24.04 by using Portainer. Now, since my last video earlier today, I've updated the pastebin file, and the second one that's for the Intel processor is a little bit different. We're going to use a USB portable drive. Let's see, it's down here, and that is this path. And then I've got a slightly different name, local path, and the same place for the Docker container in a folder in home, in a Docker folder with a subfolder of Plex. Now I've changed the device line for the hardware acceleration. What I use on my Synology NAS and what I use on my Ugreen NAS didn't work, so I'm using this older line that worked in the past. And that is about it. So let's show you what we've done here. I have a Docker folder in home with a Plex folder created. I've renamed my media-public-domain folder to media PD to make it a little bit different. And let's look at disk. This portable USB drive has already been renamed Plex space USB space media space 1. And now the path is different. It's no longer home Albert. It's media Albert. So media is at the same level as home. So if I go to other locations and I go into Ubuntu, if I go into home and my username, I see the local media folder right here. If I back up at this level, there's also a media folder. That would be any USB drives. And then under my username, you see that. So that path is different. Okay, so I think that's kind of self-explanatory. And just in case my pastebin doesn't work for you, change this line and add two lines in place of it. This one and this one. Together they definitely work on a Synology NAS with Portainer or a Ugreen NAS. Maybe I'll pull the drives out of my 11th gen NUC that's running a test version of Unraid and try the same drive in that, running it with these two lines instead, see if that works. Maybe I'll do a fifth video. So let's just take all of this now that it's all set. Let's go to Portainer, and if you're at home, you can click on the icon or click on stacks over here. We'll do the icon and then stacks there, and we will add a stack, call it Plex lowercase, web editor selected, so I can just right click here and paste in that whole script. Oh, I have one more thing to do. Let's go to terminal. Let's run ID and enter like we did in the previous video. And on this other system, my UID and GID are both 1000, just like it was earlier. So let's fix that. And of course, my time zone is the same. I'm always America, New York. All right, I think we're good. Let's see if we are by deploying the stack. And maybe I need to scroll up. Success. Let's clear that. And then we'll go to containers, and Plex is starting up. So you need to know the IP address of the system you're on. We did that in the earlier video. So go to Settings and Network, click the little gear icon, and here's your IP address. I don't think Control-C will work here, but if you right-click, you should be able to copy it. In the pastebin file, this is how you claim your server. You just replace this with the IP address. And I think I have that squirreled away already. Right here. Alright, let's see if we're running instead of starting. We're still starting. Let me pause this for a second or two. Okay, Plex is now running. It's no longer starting. So we can paste our URL, which I got from this little scratch pad. And that's just what we want to see. So let's name this Ubuntu -Docker -Intel. Okay, let's add 4 libraries, 2 from the local storage folder and 2 from the USB portable drive. Okay, so there's the local alias, and there's the sort folder, and the main. We'll add advanced, do 2 for the minimum collection. Let's add the same thing from the portable drive. So there's a different folder structure on this than my standard that I normally use. Whoops. It looks like there's only one movie in that. Okay, let's do a 4K local and portable. There's our local alias. And only one movie in that one. Alright, let's add a TV show library, the local one. Point to the local alias, the TV library sort folder, main, and I always name everything from TVDB. So let's set the episode order globally to that for the whole library. And lastly, let's add the local music library, or the local music library folder as a library. Local alias, And that's not a sort folder, it's simply a library folder. Okay, next. Done. Now this will pop up with my normal web interface, but we are at the direct IP address for this bench system. Click into the settings. We're already highlighted for the right server among my many test servers. So I will go down to the transcoder settings, then jump back to the text editor. Remember, this was the alias for the dev shim instructions, which, as far as I know, only works under Ubuntu. You wouldn't use it on a Unraid install or a Ugreen or a Synology NAS. Alright, let's go down, and I want to see my hardware transcoding device. We see the UHD Graphics 630 iGPU. Let's save those changes. We'll enable HEVC always for the experimental, save changes, and this HEVC optimization. So we've got it all. And I think tone mapping was already set by default. We're scanning the intros. Let's go to the library mode. Nope, I'm sorry. Let's go to the dashboard. And let's see if this is already available on my client app on my phone. It may not be. It may take a few minutes for that. Alright, let me browse libraries, see all libraries, and then see all libraries again. Alright, I see Ubuntu Docker, but I can't read the rest of it because of the font size. So let me go to the portable 4K library. Yes, there's only one movie in it, so it's the right movie. Let me start that up, and I'll turn the volume down so I don't get a copyright strike on that movie. Alright, it started, and when this movie is first added to a Plex server, the reported bit rate is 192 megabits per second. And as I said in the previous video, I believe that is the peak bit rate. And after this is on for a couple days, Plex indexes it, and it reports as 104 on every server I've added it to, which apparently is the average bit rate. Alright, so if you watched the previous video, you know how long it took for it to start transcoding. And I'll tell you when I'm changing it. We're going to use 720p at 4 megabits per second, and I just did it. And you see how fast that kicked over. This is a 9th gen Intel iGPU, and I think it's just better than even the NVIDIA 3060 GPU. It's quicker, it's faster. This iGPU can't handle as many streams as the NVIDIA card can. This can handle about 6 of these same streams, where the NVIDIA card is supposed to do about 12. But speed-wise, the older Intel is better than the newer NVIDIA. And a brand new Intel, like a 14th gen processor, is phenomenal. I'm running a 14th gen i5 in my Asus NUC with a Docker host only install of Unraid for that and channels DVR and Tautuli to point back to media on my DS1520 Plus NAS, and that Plex server is a rocket ship. Alright, so let's change this transcoding again, but let's go back to original quality. That's instant. now let's change it into, let's do 1080p at 12 megabits per second, doing it right now. And the video just started up on my phone. And you just see how that's faster than my previous test with Ubuntu and the 3060 NVIDIA card. Again, a lot of transcodes off that. It just doesn't start the transcode up as fast as this older Intel processor. So it's a gorgeous picture on my phone. Let's take that out of transcode. Right now, and you see it's back to the 192 megabits per second. So let's end that stream, and I'll get this up on YouTube. Pretty easy to get everything going under Ubuntu, and don't waste your money on an expensive NVIDIA card. Use the QuickSync that's part of your Intel processor. It's worth ditching your AMD motherboard to get the Intel processor versus buying an expensive NVIDIA card, or buy an Intel ARC graphics card instead. Got to get my hands on one of those and play with it, but my bench systems are mini computers. They're not tiny, but they're small, and you can't fit a full card in them. So there might be a half-height Intel ARC card out there that I might pick up to use with these bench systems. But until the next video, happy plexing, and thanks for your viewership.